Welcome back to Revline, where we break down the coolest facts in motorsports and car tech. Today, we're looking at something every F1 fan notices, but few truly understand. $50,000. That's what this piece of carbon fiber and electronics costs. But it's not just a wheel, it's a cockpit. Today, we're taking a ride through time to see how the F1 steering wheel evolved from wood and leather into a freaking spaceship control center. Buckle up. In the early days of Formula One, driving was raw. Steering wheels were made of wood or thin metal, sometimes with leather wrap. There were no buttons, no electronics, just you, the engine, and your bravery. They were round, simple, and built for one thing: grip. Drivers like Juan Manuel Fangio and Niki Lauda drove with finesse, without a single piece of digital feedback. Adjusting brake bias? You did it in the garage. Changing settings on the fly? Forget it. Hands stayed on the wheel, and nowhere else. Now let Graham Hill demonstrate what I was saying in his Monaco onboard lap.
Changing into fourth gear, trying to straighten out the hill. It's a bit of a wiggle woggle. We come to the crest of the hill, we've got to start braking very shortly just before we get there, and then drop a gear into third to go around into the casino square. We try and have the curve very, very tightly there. More or less arrive into the square, a bit broadside. It's all very spectacular just at that point, and then switch over immediately on.
By the 80s and 90s, F1 saw the dawn of onboard electronics. The steering wheel began to evolve. First came the radio button. Drivers could now talk to engineers mid-race. Then came the engine map switches. McLaren introduced small LCD displays that showed revs and lap times. Senna famously used a basic display in his 1991 McLaren MP46. Suddenly, the wheel wasn't just about turning, it was about information. We can see a lot of the things we said in this beautiful onboard by Michael Schumacher.
160, 170 miles an hour at the start-finish line, 180 before he gets on the brakes. This is great. This is real-time telemetry, exactly what he's doing in the car. You can hear him, look. Full throttle. Watch how quickly he goes through here. This is second gear. Only drops down to 75 and bang, straight back on the power again.
In the early 2000s, the wheel began to look like it belonged in a video game. Teams like Ferrari and McLaren built completely custom wheels for each driver. You had launch control buttons, pit lane speed limiters, and gear shift paddles. Clutch paddles were added to help with starts. By this point, the wheel was no longer just for control. It was a command module. An example of this advanced steering wheel can be seen in this qualifying lap at Silverstone from Giancarlo Fisichella. Fast forward to now, and the steering wheel is arguably the most complex tool in the car. Over 20 buttons and switches, dials for fuel mix, energy recovery systems, DRS activation, brake balance, engine modes, differential settings. It even includes a digital display where engineers can send messages like BoxBox or Multi-21. The wheel must be detachable in under 5 seconds for safety, and yet it's a full-blown computer. Some of these features can be seen in this lap at Zandvoort by Max Verstappen. So next time you watch an F1 race, don't just admire the speed. Think about what's happening inside the cockpit. Drivers aren't just racing, they're multitasking like fighter pilots. From simple wood to a digital dashboard, the evolution of the F1 will tell the story of how far this sport has come. Would you be able to drive one of these? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more weekly deep dives into the world of motorsports.